Morning students. Today we are going to discuss lesson number 5. The name of the lesson is soil. So what is soil? Soil is the loose surface material that covers most of the land surface. So most of our land surface it is covered by a loose surface material, and that loose material is called soil. So soil it is formed by the process of weathering. What happened earlier, the surface of the earth it was covered with rocks, but with the passage of time these rocks they slowly changed into pebbles, and then these pebbles they changed finally into soil. So this whole process is called weathering. So what is weathering? The entire process in which the rocks are broken down and eroded gradually over a period of time. That process is called weathering. Now weathering is of two types: mechanical weathering and chemical weathering. Two type of weathering is there: mechanical weathering and chemical weathering. What is mechanical weathering? It is the process in which the rocks are broken down into smaller pieces by the action of wind, water, lightning, and by rubbing of the rock against one another. And the second type of weathering is the chemical weathering. So chemical weathering it is the weakening and breaking down of rocks by chemical reactions. So chemical weathering it occurs due to the chemical reactions which go on within the rocks. Now our next topic is soil erosion. Soil erosion means the washing away of the top layer of the soil by strong wind or rainfall is called soil erosion. Now the washing away of the top layer of the soil by wind, water, that is called soil erosion, and there are different types of soil erosion. Sheet erosion is there, rill erosion is there, gully erosion is there, then we have wind erosion, water erosion, and even there is soil erosion due to human activities. So these are the different kinds of erosion. So a lot of damage it occurs to the soil due to the process of erosion, because the top layer of the soil it get washed away due to this process. So we need to protect our soil against erosion. So the different methods which are adopted by human beings to protect the soil against erosion, that is called soil conservation. So what is soil conservation? Soil conservation are the various methods by which we can protect the soil against erosion. The various methods by which we can protect our soil against erosion, that is called soil conservation. So there are many methods by which we can prevent the soil from being eroded away. There are many methods of soil erosion. First is, we should never leave the land or fields bare. Something or other should be planted in the fields. If we have planted a crop and the next crop we have to plant after 2 or 3 months, so within that time we should plant some kind of climbers or creepers within the field, so that the soil it should not be get washed away by wind or water. Next methods by which we can prevent the soil from erosion is, we should plant trees in a row, because when we are planting trees in a row, so the action of the wind it would be less. The trees they would not be get uprooted by the action of the wind. The next method is, we should plant more and more trees, because the roots of the trees they hold the soil very firmly. So we should plant more and more trees to prevent the soil from being eroded away. Then in the hilly areas we should practice terrace farming. Terrace farming or step farming it should be practiced in the hilly areas. The next method is, we should prevent overgrazing. Cattle, they should not be allowed to graze in the same field. We should change the field, we should change the grazing of the cattle in the fields regularly. They should not be allowed to graze in the same field for a long time. This will also help in preventing the soil from being eroded away. Next is, we should build embankments along the banks of the rivers, because when the river water it flows, so it takes away the layers of the soil with it. But when we will build embankments, when we will build strong walls of cement or stone along the banks of the river, so then the river water it will not erode the soil with it. So these are the various methods by which we can prevent our soil from being eroded away. So that is all in this topic. Thank you.